So if you want to help black people, help the lost.
Do you want to help black people?
I've got a few advice.
Do you want to help black people? No, brother. Do you want to help black people, bro?
I think black people stop.
Bro. Oh.
Stop wearing.
Bro. Do you want to help black people?
I want to help everyone.
Do you want to help black people?
I want to help the world.
Okay. Do you want to help? Do you?
I want to kill
would you
cancer as
like?
well, man.
Okay. Would you like to help black people? Do you think black people need help?
I think everyone needs help.
What's gonna happen?
Not to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think someone like you.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily come with a tangible solution. You come with like a very like.
It's not. It's no. I've got tangible solutions. I got no. I got tangible solutions, but you lot don't like the tangible solutions.
What we don't realise is religion, finances, all of this come under one umbrella, which are distractions from you being a human, yeah, and being a supreme being. So if you want to talk about spirituality and the upliftment of people, yeah, I don't put that hand in hand with business, yeah? You can't bring your business plan to liberate your soul. Your soul ain't got a wallet. You understand what I'm saying to you, yeah? And it's your soul that needs feeding more than anything else.
What's the meaning of life? Is it in the Bible? Is it about thriving or survival? Should I eat idle or hunt with a rifle? Which one? Is life a cycle or a spiral? Should I believe in Metatron or Archangel Michael? Shiva the Baghdad leader what Jesus and his disciples is. Deciphering the meaning even vital. Is there an afterlife or is death final? Is it about charity in the face of calamity? Is my purpose to find a wife and start a family?
The project now is building the people most needed, black people. You see? So why are you talking about other people and we haven't helped ourselves? Yes, we do. When people come together to work on issues, why do you circumvent it? It makes no sense.
We try to focus on ourselves, that's the point that he's making.
The next issue is going to be, are you helping like the next race or economic ladder?
No.
It's ourselves. Why? You just don't see what's happening. You don't know that.
I feel like
he's not getting it.
I feel like you want justice. You can't get it, you won't get it. When I'm saying do you want justice, you're like, only for black people. You don't.
Pakistani man, hire a black man to run his shop.
No, but he should be asking.
You would only, you hire your family and friends and members that
Yeah, security guards. Oh, running it's different, but security guard definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, and when they're in the hood, they usually put one don in there that can speak to the locals and be like, rah, like, I'm from Peckham. Yeah. They definitely do that, but I think that most nations will employ, most people will employ their kin, family members, and those that.
And that's what we want to start to do.
I don't think that's very true because I've not seen many Pakistani people in the Caribbean shop when I go to get my dumpling.
I'm saying that you can get West Indian shops,
yeah,
right, that's owned by whites, Pakistani and so forth.
That's owned by.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I used to run the biggest food company in the world, so I know.
Yeah.
Right? So,
you used to run the biggest food company in the world.
I used to work for Justy. Yeah, so I know. I see, I know. Right?
Okay.
So here's what it is. I know you want.
So you're saying black people can't open up their own shop?
We're trying to. That's the idea. We're trying to.
Yeah. That's what we want to do.
We're self-hatred.
Stop buying from you.
And come buy ours. Here's my point.
So you need to stop going as the Tesco.
How many Pakistani restaurants are run by non-Pakistanis?
Never
Tell
done
me.
it, bro.
Now, how many West Indian shops are run by non-West Indians?
So many.
So many.
Walthamstow, Birmingham.
Thank you. Why is that? Because we're economically at the bottom. And when we're trying to come up, non-black people and black people come together and say don't do it.
Do you understand what he's saying? Do you agree with what he's saying? Do you agree with what he's saying? Like for instance, I don't know what.
Open up his own shop.
Yeah, and then employ.
I'll go to his shop.
Yeah, of course you will. But if he employs me and a couple other people from his quote-unquote nation, you have no issue with that.
That's his own personal.
Do you okay? But let's take it a step further. Do you understand his reasoning for that?
Or if he makes it like no non-blacks allowed, then I don't think that's fair.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I agree.
I'm not saying no blacks allowed to come in. He just wants to employ people there. Yeah.
So he doesn't trust anyone that's not black.
It's not about trust. It's not about that.
It's not about trust. He wants to. He wants to create a platform for his people.
Simple as that.
That's it. He wants to help his
I
people.
gave you an example earlier. Let me give you again so you understand,
You
right?
know all that.
No, he doesn't. If I make a black factory and I hire black people, we can trade you our goods.
Right.
And we have a dynamic there, you know, where people make money. But we don't want to just come to your store, give you our money.
Exactly.
Jewish people and Asian people, the money circulates
Among themselves 17 times.
Black people, if you get paid, out.
I don't think exactly. That's crazy. I don't think Pakistani people make change.
No, but listen.
I'm not gonna go to this shop because I want to help my own people.
But it's
I'll go to any shop.
It's a subconscious. It's a subconscious.
No, but listen. Why are we explaining ourselves? Hold on. Why are we explaining ourselves to somebody who doesn't understand our problem? We talk too much to other people.
No, but we're talking amongst ourselves.
It's
but
time.
at the same time,
It's time.
You can't have.
It's time we educate ourselves and wasting our time and
And
energy.
what I want to be, you're right. What you're saying is right. What this man's saying is facts, right?
We do explain ourselves too
Yeah.
much.
We should
To
be
other
talking
people who
about
doesn't
black
understand
people,
that.
right?
But we are right now,
It's
though.
on- it's-
Yeah.
We are actually doing that right now.
Now, I'm hoping that most people. So, if everyone believes in black betterment, right? Come
feeling this energy.
Yeah. Afterwards, come talk to me. There's some
This one is
platforms I
I
wanna
don't
get
like
to,
this
yeah?
one, you know.
No, there's platforms I'm going to put you on. We can help each other, right? But if there's any black person who doesn't understand the process or the benefits or the necessity of black betterment building, I want you to say now because it's all good talking to a Pakistani, but he's a Pakistani. So I tend to find that when I talk about this, Pakistanis, Europeans have all the
Can I ask you a question about black betterment? Sorry, what's your name, brother?
Raven.
Rap Raven.
Yes, rap, yeah.
Respect.
You're a rapper, brother. Check out your page.
Yeah. Got some good music. Anyway,
There you go, fam.
so my thing with this black betterment is your aim to compete with quote unquote other races or other demographics economically, financially, or to bring yourself up to where you perceive them to be.
That comes by default.
That isn't the focus. The focus is when you look at black people,
Yeah.
they're in a situation where we're not collectively doing that well.
Yeah.
It's improving that. Now, this doesn't mean that we're superior or inferior. It just
Not
means,
doing that well, as in, elaborate.
So I'm talking about social economics, right?
Okay.
So as in trading, learning,
Yeah.
health, you know, owning our stuff. I mean, it's a deep philosophy, but it's almost like by not being black focused, right? Every time you do something, you're not including your own kind of people. Does that make sense? So let me give you a little story, right? Let's say my son is in black focus, right? And he writes a book. And the book he writes is Lord of the Rings 2, right? He writes it, right? When he writes that book, he's writing it from a Eurocentric perspective, right?
Right.
And everyone is European. So let's say someone buys that book now, right? And they decide to make a film of it. The book that my son made, I can't act in it. Because everyone in that book is European. But if he had a black first mentality, every creative thing he does will have a black agenda. He's saying, you know what? I'm not going to make Lord of the Kings. I'm going to make Ubuntu or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And,
Shaka Zulu.
Or we should do Egypt, gods and kings.
there you go. There you go.
Exactly.
And
The real thing. The real thing.
brothers and sisters can have work. Well, that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
What's happening is because we're non-black identified.
Yeah.
And this is our
Too much
history.
Caucasian.
So the philosophy.
400 years. It's time.
So the philosophy is to be black first, as in understand the value
In the cave?
of putting yourself first. And when you do that, every single activity will bleed out to you.
Yeah.
But the problem is, black people are so scared of helping themselves.
Right.
There you go. Yeah? We pro-African. There's so many people who hate themselves and they don't know it, that they spew that, and then when they come back, you see the black brothers there.
Yeah.
They're scared, run away, and they go, I want to love everyone. And that doesn't mean anything.
It's not possible.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Why give so much love and get nothing back?
That's what I'm trying to say.
But you don't give love to receive anything back.
Well, here's what it is.
That's
right?
not love if you're trying to receive something.
Now, black people.
Two to there.
It's getting fruity.
What's getting fruity?
Everyone's going to get all high and
Sorry?
Can't you smell it?
Oh yeah, that's nice. I love that, man.
Yeah, stay on track, right?
I love that.
So I'm saying
Medicine.
the solution is for black people to have a black first philosophy, right? As in practice group economics, right?
Black nationalism.
Create avenues where you're training black people. And it's simple. Now I have a WhatsApp group that is 400 people, and we network in literature, creativity. There you go.
That's what we need. That's what we
There you
need,
go.
brother.
Self-esteem building. And if you're black,
Economics.
please, black melanin, if you're black, you're welcome to join. Please come along, right? And I will personally try to help you. right? And other people, we're dedicated to this concept.
Black empowerment scheme.
Right? And if, when you go out in the world, you see other black people, tell them they can love each other. Now, the best thing as a non-black person you can do is give black people permission to love themselves. Because black people...
Sorry, say that. Don't rephrase that, my brother.
Here's
You
what I
didn't
said.
mean to say that.
Let me go.
Go on.
Let me give my permission, man.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Go on.
Hold on. Black people who have knowledge of self, we don't need permission.
Oh,
But when a
thank you.
black person lacks knowledge of self, they do the opposite of what black people say. So when you were talking, yeah, your opinion is better than mine. So if you want to help black people, help the law.
Do you want to help black people?
You want to help black people?
I've got a few advice.
Do you want to help black people? No, brother. Do you want to help black people, bro?
I think black people should stop.
Bro. Oh,
Stop wearing.
bro. Do you want to help black people?
I want to help everyone.
Do you want to help black
I
people?
want to help the world.
Okay. Do you want to help? Do you?
I want to kill
Would you
cancer as
like?
well, man.
Okay. Would you like to help black people? Do you think black people need help?
I think everyone needs help.
Huh? They don't need help.
I think everyone
Okay.
needs help in this world.
They need to help themselves, right? All right.
You have everything.
And with that, I bid you farewell.
There you
Right.
go.
So who's got anything else to say about this subject?
Does anyone want to know anything more about Black Band Building? Do not leave without giving me your number if you want to join the network, right? And if you've got family and friends, we have to form a connection groups where information comes in, we all get it at once.
Can I ask a question? Why is it so hard to say, raw, I want to help black people? You do not in any. You got eyes there. I can see you got. I see you got two eyes there. This is not a personal attack. I'm just asking you a question. Yeah.
You don't need help.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. With your own two eyes, when you look at what we call black people, can you see that they have a lower social standing than other groups?
I'm a Muslim. When I see a black person, is my brother.
Yes, I know. That's great. But with your brother, you also know. Wait, no. But you also, no. Keep the Muslim Islam side. But even with Islam, do you not see? Yeah, when your brother is going through a hard time. Sorry, bro. Bro, you're annoying me, you know. You're actually annoying me. You're actually annoying me. Maybe tell your son to mind that. I'm only just trying to film something.
He's standing in the debate like everyone else.
That's cool, man. I'm just trying to film someone.
All I
So
said
he's
is
right
just
here.
mine, that's
Yeah,
it,
but you
yeah.
push my arm,
Big
and it's
guy.
like, yeah,
Get
I
off
know.
his face.
I am. Say that again.
Push your arm off his face. Because your arm didn't feel it when he went
No,
to
I
it.
didn't. But you know, it's a danger with youngsters that can't be seen. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Strong man,
Is it-
Sorry,
It's not.
That's good. He's looking after his son.
Yeah,
See?
I
That's what
appreciate
we
that.
expect.
So this is the point I'm trying to make here. When you can see your people, your children, your brothers are going through something, do you not speak up for them? So your brothers, your black brothers are no, but it's true. Yeah, he's speaking up for his son. Yeah, you said that your black brother, the black man is your brother. So do you not see your brothers are going through something that you might need to help them or say, do you know what, brother, I can see you're going through this. You do agree with that?
Help the world, man. Help the
So
world.
how
Peace and love.
I believe that African, they don't need help from no one.
That's right.
If they can be
That's right.
together,
Yeah.
they are the strongest people on earth.
Yeah.
They got everything.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Number a billion.
Yes.
We number a billion.
I don't know about the numbers of people. I don't believe in all that.
Right, so-
You can't count people. You couldn't even count all the people in Hyde Park today. How are you gonna count all the people in Africa? That's fake. That's fake science, bro. Sorry, my brother. Sorry, I'm back on you, man.
Yeah,
Please.
So
Take the Arabs out.
where are we at? So I'll be honest. If everyone here's on the same page,
Practical solutions you're talking about.
well, there's a practical solution, right? If there's anyone who doesn't understand who has questions, ask now, right? I'm collecting numbers to add you for Black Band Building, right? But if you got questions outside, now I'll be honest. I'll be honest, right? My main concern isn't the black people's knowledge of self. It's the black people who come and are scared. And I don't want to highlight them.
Yeah.
But I've been talking to many of them.
Scared of what?
No, Uncle Tom.
What are they scared of?
They're scared of Black Band Building. They feel that if you do that, you're mistreating other people, and they're more about something else rather than helping themselves. Right? But only they can speak for themselves. But my interest is to talk to them, so people in YouTube land and the way can see, we can work on a strategy to help our brothers because they need our help the most. You know what I'm saying? And we need to understand what's going on in their brain computer that makes them think. By helping yourself, you're mistreating other people.
What I want to know is how
Yeah,
we
yeah,
spread the word to more more because, like, for example, you're getting this group together and you're saying, like, we marry each other and we build together, but there's so many people that would rather go and shop in the Pakistani shop, for example, than the black shop. How do we group together so that we can start, when we start building these businesses, that we do shop with each other?
Here's what it is. We have to change.
Thank you, my brother.
Right now, many black people
You can read as well.
Black identity.
Excellent.
So there's a strategy. So when you join the partner as well, we're teaching your history. We're showing the benefits of being black. We're making you have self-love. When you have self-love, it makes sense. You see, it's like, for example, I've got a card business, right? When I have a card business, I'm hiring Africans from Africa and in the diaspora to work on the business. And we're designing African-based content. That's what I'm into. I'm not forcing it because by knowing my history and seeing the greatness that black people have done and working on that, you have self-esteem building. It makes sense, isn't it? I also understand the value of black women. When you understand the value of black women, all you want to marry is a black woman. It makes perfect sense. But when you have people who've lost that...
Sorry, sir. I'm gonna have to.
You disagree with marrying black women?
No, I don't disagree with marrying black women, but I don't think that just because you know the power or understand the value of a black woman means that you have to marry a black woman. I don't believe that.
Well, when it comes
because, for instance,
I'm talking about being with a controversial.
Being with a woman.
Being with a woman. Whether you call it marriage, I'm saying if I have a wife,
that's a good preference.
If I have a wife, whether you call it marriage or not, my wife has the benefit from what I'm doing. So I'm using marriage as a term that my wife benefits from my label. But you could say something else. You could just come together and just be with my
Yeah.
That if I marry a woman, me and her children need to benefit from my high label. Do you agree?
Okay, yeah, I do agree with you.
So you might not like the term marriage, but that's what it's interlinked.
Yeah. I do. Go on, sorry, brother.
You can give him the Michael Jordan example as well. Let's say if Michael Jordan passed away, God forbid.
Yeah.
He was married to a white woman.
Yeah.
All that money is going to go to a white people.
Cool.
That's the problem. I have a problem with that.
All right, but do you not think that we're too fixated on business and money and fucking?
We need to talk about economics, bro.
Do you think that this system of economics is going to last for much longer, bro? I feel like you're building on a shaky foundation.
I don't know about that.
What is money, fam? What is business?
Just so you know, without melon, it's more than just economics.
Sorry, fam?
There's health, there's literature, there's self-esteem, there's
personally,
it's every area of activity.
Personally, I think that is what should be more advocated and lauded, not the materialism aspect. Yeah, this is me, innit?
I agree with you. Now, what is right? There's different divisions amongst black people, right? But we're talking every area of activity.
Everything.
So right now, we know that as a strategy to deal with some problems we have now, we know group economics works. I did something about Japan doing it, but you're right. A healthy lifestyle also works. Living maybe in isolated places might work as well. What I'm saying is, all these ideas make sense, but we're just not going to do one. That's why it's in every area of people activity. You practice black better. The black first philosophy. And you focus on self. Once you start doing that, what other people do, you're gonna notice a difference.
Is focusing on self the same as focusing on black?
Well, here's what it is, right? This is an answer to an issue. And right now, the people who most mistreat black people are defining the necessity to change it. So if there was no mistreatment of black people, it wouldn't matter. We could just do any kind of cultural gathering, right? But because black people are being mistreated, it makes sense to come together for that reason.
But if you're focused on self, it wouldn't necessarily matter that you were black. Because you're focused on self and self-empowerment.
I'm glad you said that, right? The challenge is so many of our people don't have knowledge of self.
Yeah.
So you have to, if you see the brothers who are not here and they've walked away, those brothers don't identify with anything like African, Moorish.
Can I ask you one more question? Can you clarify knowledge of self, please?
Well, you have to know yourself.
In your opinion, what is knowledge of self?
You know what you are, and you know why you do what you do. You know
where you're coming from, where you are.
Exactly. You know where you're coming from.
Your kings, your heroes. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
I'm not gonna. What Malcolm X and
Martin Luther King, Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
My brother.
Noble Drew Ali. Master Marcus Garvey.
Why is that knowledge of self? Why is that knowledge of self? Knowing celebrities, political celebrities. Why is that knowledge of self? They are political celebrities.
I'm glad you say that, bro.
They are though. Are they not?
I want to talk to you because I saw you on YouTube.
Are they not?
Those are the ones who build
celebrities.
Put the foundation there. So we're going to build from the foundation that they started.
Alright, cool.
The problem is, brother, right?
I'm gonna stay impartial in this one still.
The problem is, the people who most oppress black people, they have a code of conduct. They have
the people that most suppress black people, we're talking about white people, Europeans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, those people have a system. So let me give you an example, right? Haiti, as you know, they war for freedom. They're war with the French, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But even though even though the French didn't like the English and the Spanish, when they fought the French, what happened? The Spanish and the English came together to help them, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
So they understand that collective battle.
Okay, yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
the thing is, they make systems. If black people don't make systems, then we're gonna go, you know what? We should just know about self, and that technically doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything, because if when we leave this conversation, that person isn't dedicated to helping themselves and their community, then they've done nothing. That's why you have to have structure. And what I'm giving you is structure, and the structure is a code of conduct. Let me take the number. I'll give you the code of conduct, and you can join any system you play to better yourself. So I don't know if you want to work, but if you do want to work,
I don't want to work.
Know thyself.
I don't want to work.
No,
I don't want to work. Honest answer.
Are you currently not working?
I'm working. I don't want to work.
Okay, now, I don't want to work, but one of the best ways to not work
Yeah.
is to create certain systems where you don't have to. But before you can get there, we have to kind of work.
But we're going to get ingrained into materialism. You're not going to be able to not work if you're into materialism, because materialism breeds the desire to get more stuff, and the desire brings suffering. You understand? So you move. The more you go into business and finance and economics, is the further you move away from spirituality, in my opinion.
Just be on learning skills like agriculture.
Yes, my sister. That's what I believe anyway, yeah? Because how many people know how to plant and sow and reap and farm?
So if I grow a banana
Yeah.
and I trade it for a pomegranate, is that not a form of trade?
It is.
Well, is that not?
It's different from the fiat financial system.
yeah, but that's
It's
different.
no, it ain't different. It's very important. If you're getting, remember what you quoted Martin Luther King. My favorite quote of him is about integrating people into a burning house. You integrate people into the art of finding.
Hold on. Let me say this. The Martin Luther King, we have two Martin Luther Kings.
Okay, yeah.
And we have the dream Martin Luther King
Yeah.
and the Martin Luther King that woke up out of the dream.
Yeah.
But the media and the power structure always give us the dream, the Martin
Yeah.
Luther King that said
Which
we
Martin-
have to live together. But at the end of the day, when he was about to die, he started saying that we have to do things on our own as a people.
Okay.
Because this house is not for us.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Huh?
I want to hear your point.
Oh, well, everyone knows Martin Luther King is a Freemason anyway. You know, I always say this, isn't it?
No.
Everyone knows that. Well,
Okay,
he was.
let's say what.
He was. And so was his dad, and so was his granddad. Prince Hall Freemasons.
Bro, let me ask you.
You ain't never looked.
Hold on.
What?
What black
Was he
people-
part of was Martin Luther King part of any fraternal order?
Let me answer this.
No.
Let me answer this.
No
It doesn't
problem.
matter.
It's not a big
Let
deal.
me answer this. It doesn't
I'm just
matter.
saying.
I don't know about
This,
that.
hold
I
on.
don't know about that.
This is the confusion.
I can't talk about that.
This is the confusion we go through. We're so used to focus on small things to separate ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
But
Even if you want-
I think the small thing we're focusing on when we mention these people are these people.
Okay, let's say he was a Freemason.
Yeah.
So what?
So forget about
So
him.
what?
Let's move on.
No.
Because when I ask people about what knowledge of self was, well, not everyone, but I started hearing names coming up. So in terms of knowing yourself,
Are you perfect?
huh?
Are you perfect?
No, of course not.
In your opinion, would you say joining a Freemason group is is a mistake? Would you say that? A non-perfect act?
I wouldn't say it's a mistake. I
Would you say
say
it's a non-perfect act?
It's a choice.
it's a non-perfect
So
act.
if you allow yourself to
Yeah.
make non-perfect acts, but then you don't allow your brother to do it. By your definition.
But it's not about this is a non-perfect act.
Here's what it
It's
is,
about a commitment and an oath that you make.
Oh, it's finished.
The knowledge is lost.
So go.
The knowledge is lost. So my name's Jim. I
Yeah.
make a factory. I make books.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
grow
yeah.
farms. You live
Yeah,
on
yeah,
farm.
yeah.
I give charity to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a Freemason.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And you tell me all my good works is now null and void. It's now useless.
No, because what it is in order to control the opposition, you lead the opposition. So when you think about the people that funded people like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, if you find out about their educational background and the societies that they were part of, they were actually being funded by the same man that you call oppressor. The same people you are saying are oppressing us, funded them. So they obviously funded them for a reason.
Now here's what it is, right?
You understand?
I get it. Black people are in such an inferior position.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
It's what?
One way or the other.
Yeah.
As long as you keep trying to be part of this system, then that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Not to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think someone like you.
Yeah.
you don't necessarily come with a tangible solution. You come with like a very like.
It's not. It's no. I've got tangible solutions. I got no. I got tangible solutions, but you lot don't like the tangible solutions. You lot want to hear about. Let's build a business. Yeah. Let's empower everyone. Let's teach everyone about knowledge of self. I ask people about knowledge of self, and people start talking to me about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Marcus Garvey, and we can go here forever, fucking on this intellectual masturbation, talking about politics and finances, but that ain't about spirituality and that ain't about freedom. Liberation is being able to walk away from that. The young sister over here was talking about agriculture, and I'm feeling that. Yeah? You lot are talking about building businesses, yeah? And that's gonna make someone richer than me, yeah? Definitely. You are not gonna be the richest man out of all of this, because what are you dealing in? When you build your business, what is your financial currency? What is it? It's debt. It's debt. You're building it. All right, so then that's very different from what we're talking about. Is that not? Is that not very different? So then it's not airy fairy.
Let's call it the Afro.
Is they already got the Afro? The Afro's already on the stock market floating. You already got the Afro, and you got the Amero, and you got the Euro. It's already out there, and you don't own it because you ain't part of IMF, World Bank, right? It's debt. The only people that are not part of IMF, World Bank are getting bombed right now, rude boy. Yeah? This is what I'm saying. So it comes down, yeah? So all of Africa is all part of it, yeah? Because unfortunately we got greedy leaders, yeah? That's just how it goes. Cool. All Europe is part of it. All Asia is part of it. All of Middle East is part of it. Tell me somewhere on the planet. Huh?
Do you work?
You just asked me that question. Yeah. Oh, you want me to say yes? Yes, I work, my brother.
You're currently in the system. So
no, I work tax-free. Shut up. Yeah. I work tax-free. So no, I don't pay taxes. I don't intend to ever pay taxes. I'll never have a TV license, and I'll never subscribe to certain things. That's just me. But I do agree with you. I do have paper money.
So I'm saying, why you're currently here?
Yeah.
You have to work what we have.
No. But what I'm saying is, while we're currently here, why not just... This is what I'm saying. Look how many people are here. Look how many people in this part. Everyone's arguing about religion and beliefs. And no, not you. Everyone else is asking, and me too. Everyone's arguing about religion and rare. And the other group are talking about finances. Yeah. What people don't realise is religion, finances, all of this come under one umbrella, which are distractions from you being a human. Yeah, and being a supreme being. So if you want to talk about spirituality and the upliftment of people, yeah, I don't put that hand in hand with business, yeah? You can't bring your business plan to liberate your soul. Your soul ain't got a wallet. You understand what I'm saying to you, yeah? And it's your soul that needs feeding more than anything else.
You need to have a strategy that works, right? And right now, social economics
yeah,
it works. Now, if you are really
all right, what happened with Black Wall Street? Because that's social economics.
Did they have a military?
Let's talk about a military. Let's talk about a military as opposed to business then. Because we don't need a business to form a military.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, but let's talk about a different thing. That's what I'm saying. Let's not deal with business. But you're on a business. You got a business mind and you're a businessman.
Are you part of
this is where you come from.
Are you part of Mount Mellon?
Pardon?
Are you part of Mount Mellon?
Am I part of
Mount Mellon? Are you part of it?
Mount Mellon?
Is anyone here part of Mount Mellon? All right. So everything he's saying we talk about, right?
Yeah, we do.
But you won't know if you're not part of it. So it's not all about social. We have a social economic group, and if that's your thing, go there. We have a health group. We have a creative group. You might want to join. You're creative.
I don't want to join no groups, but I respect you. I don't want to join groups. I'm sick of groups. I don't want no fucking groups. I want us all to be individuals. This is what I'm talking about. You're talking about knowledge of self. True knowledge of self ain't about no groups.
We must love this brother, and he's amazing. He's a good rapper as well. But sadly, we must not follow his example.
You must.
Because
you must follow. Be an autonomous being. You must. Trust me. Look how happy I look. Look at my fucking eyes. Yeah, look at my eyes. Yeah. I don't want you lot to join no nothing. I don't need your social security number. I don't need nothing. I just need you to believe in yourself and build yourself up. That's what I'm talking about.
If you don't come together and try to make
when you are broke, you will be strong. When you are rich, you will be strong. You understand? When you're alone, you will be strong. You don't need a group. I stand on my own. I'm strong. You understand? Self-empowerment.
knowledge of self, how many people know themselves?
Which is what my brother's talking about. Self-empowerment.
Yeah. But when I asked what knowledge of self meant, we went down roads, and that's what this
So, JEDIAH, what is knowledge of self?
Knowledge of self is knowing yourself. Me personally, knowledge of self is a spiritual thing, and a spiritual thing only. Which is,
No
understand?
solution.
It ain't about your lineage. No, it's
No
not.
solution. Thank
Listen
you.
to what I'm saying.
I have given a tangible solution that
It's not. Listen.
This is the problem with that community.
Okay, go for it.
As much as I love this brother,
It's not fighting amongst
no,
each other.
It ain't fighting, bro.
Yeah, but how do you go on this
This man is,
spiritual
listen,
journey of
hold
knowing
on.
All right,
This
but
man
I'm
is
trying
a
to-
rapper. Let me tell you, this man is a rapper, and I'm a 15-year
I'm not a
producer.
rapper, bruv. I'm not a rapper.
I spoken word artist.
I'm not a spoken word
Okay,
artist.
this
I'm
guy's
not.
an artist.
I'm here to talk to you as one of you lot.
This guy's no longer
That's
an
it.
artist, even though I'm doing this YouTube
I
thing.
was filming you lot. Listen what I'm saying, yeah? You can put a title on what other people do as their hobbies in their spare time. That ain't me. This is another thing. The things you lot using to define yourselves, like knowledge of self, yeah, I'm telling you, is a purely spiritual rascal undertaking, yeah?
What have you said that's tangible?
But you're not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish. I got asked, what is knowledge of self? And how do you find knowledge of self? What I'm letting you know is you ain't gonna find it by having a big bank account. What you're gonna, you will find it when you look within yourself and you take that spiritual journey. Now, for everyone else that's different. You can call it meditation, you can call it reflection, you can call it whatever. But you know what? This is the secret that them motherfuckers know that I'm not telling you, yeah? There is a different realm there that you could go to and you can have a conversation with your rascal self. Yeah, and you will feel your connection. You will get somewhere. You think it's hocus pocus to talk about. I was talking to a man about telepathy the other day, and I said that's not realistic because you're grounded. They got you grounded in this material flesh. So you're so focused on getting your money up and not being that poor downtrodden man and rare. You don't want to go. So literally, you're dealing with the flesh. Yeah, and he's a high frequency being. Yeah,
Yeah, but don't you think there should be a balance between the material world and the spiritual world?
But we are in the material world. It doesn't mean that you need to chase finances. You don't need to chase the faith. This is what they're controlling us with. They're controlling us with the same thing. Build a house, there's a tree there, there's a tree there, there's a tree there. If you lot all help me chop down these trees and build me a house, we'll move on to your house next. Yeah? There you have rent-free accommodation. You're not worried about mortgage no more. Yeah? Then we start dealing with agriculture. We start planting food, then we can eat.
Yes.
What more do you fucking want? You want a Benz, innit? You want a Benz, you want to drive, you want a nice watch, you want this, you want that, you want type 6 weave or whatever it is you want. It would have been strange if I knew what weave it was. But yeah, type 2B weave, yeah, that's 2B, innit?
Type 2B, yeah.
But that's not what it's about.
Everything you say is great. I love it. And it speaks to me. But there's no solution for black people. That's no solution.
What do you mean no solution? It's a solution for yourself. I just gave you.
If currency was to fail tomorrow, yeah, what would we need? What would we need the most to survive? Would we not need food?
Yes. When the electric turns off, when the light turns off, and there's no electric no more, and people running around like headless chickens, yeah, and we're living in England, we got no pistols because of a fake false flag attack on Dunblane. They stripped us of our arms. We don't have guns. That's one thing, yeah. You're gonna be ruled. Your bank account is nil now. All the building that you've done with this group and that group, and you build up this and you got that whip and where it's done. Then what? You then talk to me about knowledge of self and self-empowerment when there's no electric. Then talk to me about this, what you've built.
The problem is, he's saying this.
The lights are going off.
He's saying this thing.
Carry on, bro.
He's saying this thing in isolation from black people. So every skill he has, he can teach black members. If he's talking about agriculture, teaching how to grow mangoes, he can teach us this. But when you're in isolation and you talk about this stuff in this like kind of airy fairy kind of language, and people are not learning, you're not gonna get nowhere.
What's the isolation? What are you talking about?
So here's what I'm saying, right? I'm saying black people come together and create systems, right? That system could be we go on a farm. I don't know. But if you're not around black people, how are they gonna learn? Does that not make sense?
What do you mean, bro? You know, I am a black person. I'm around a black person every fucking day. What do you mean? If all of you lot were white, I guarantee you, if everyone around me right now was white, I guarantee you I'd be saying the same thing in the same tone, be making the same rascal sense. Yeah? You don't need a collective to be. That's what self-empowerment is.